All right, guys, we are currently in my workout room, I guess you could say. It needs a little bit of development, I know, but we're gonna do a little workout routine while talking to you guys about how I figured it out. I figured out how the algorithm works. I figured out how to get more views online. If you go to my channel and you actually hit where it says more in my bio, you can see I've gotten over 12 million views in the past 90 days. I know it doesn't show you the amount of days that it's been since I got those however million views, but it's been less than 90 days. So yeah, basically I'm gonna get on here and tell you guys what I've figured out and how I've figured out how to get better views in 2026. So basically, one of the main things that this video is gonna be about is what is going to help you scale in subscribers, which I think we're sitting at almost 5,000 right now at the time of this video, maybe like 4,100, which isn't really that difficult for me because I'm getting around 1,000 subscribers a month, which is absolutely insane. And we're also going to be focused on views, because with one comes the other, right? If you don't have the viewership, then you're not going to have the subscribers. So I'm also doing this video in my workout room because I'm short on time today. Yes, I need to do the lat pull downs from the ground because I'm tall. So this is one thing that a lot of bigger YouTubers aren't going to really talk to you about in terms of how to get viewership. And those are YouTube Shorts. That's number one. Number two is how many times are you posting said YouTube Shorts? And number three is the quality in which your YouTube Shorts are. You understand? So let's go over why you post YouTube Shorts, and then we'll go into the other two. So YouTube Shorts is a great way to boost your viewership. And like we said before, with viewership comes subscribers. So you're gonna want to try to find a way in which you're able to go out and film 50 to 100 things, right? So if I was just thinking about new topics on what I'd want to film, and I was like, okay, let's get into fitness influencing. That's somewhere I want to go. That's the trajectory I want to take. Every single rep, I would do a 30-second, maybe 10, 20, 30-second to a minute clip, right? So say I'm like a fitness influencer and I'm getting in front of the camera. All right, guys, right now I'm gonna show you exactly how to do a bicep curl. And there's obviously certain ways that you can optimize your thumbnail and your title. A great way to do that is inciting curiosity in your viewer. So the title may look like, this is how you get your bicep to be huge. And now, the viewer is saying, well, I wonder how you get your bicep huge. And then during the video, you're talking, all right, so you move slowly upwards, hold it there, and then you feel it all the way coming down. And then you do the same thing, shoulders back, knees bent, bring it all the way up, 90 degrees, and then you slowly, slow and controlled breathing, all the way down. So if I was getting into fitness influencing, which I'm not, and honestly, I'm in the gym right now because I'm short on time and I wanted to post on YouTube 2 times today. That's another thing, okay? So we just went over short form content. Anything that you can multiply times 100. I don't know, if you're into cars or if you work at a body shop or anything that you do more than once a day. You know, if you're getting into food, I always use this as an example because it's easy to post at least 3 times a day, maybe even 4 or 5. Just everything that you eat and consume that day, you film and you put on camera. I think that's a great way to start getting more engagement, getting more followers, and getting more viewers. So that's number 1. And then number 2 is obviously you want quality, right? Everyone wants quality content. I know right now what I'm doing isn't the best quality, but I'm doing it for a reason, right? I'm making these types of videos not trying to focus on quality so much, but I'm trying to focus on quantity. If you look at my page, you know, you can go onto my most viewed shorts and some of them have over 4 million views. And that's only because of the quantity that I was pushing out. The quality is like subpar. I've seen a lot of reels and like I don't even know how to explain it other than the quality of reels that, you know, other people in the industry have over me. Like, it's like a give and take. If you have to be willing to sacrifice the quality of your videos, aka of your reels, if you're gonna be working on high volume and high quantity. But if you're going to be focused on quality, and if you're gonna be focused on high volume and high quantity, you're gonna be sacrificing the quality. So you kind of wanna find this middle ground of posting YouTube shorts where you can post 5 to 10 of them a day, have them be, you know, above average quality, and you know, then you have your quantity and volume, you just try and stack up. So that's gonna be the first thing that you can do. And as I'm telling you more stuff, I'm gonna be doing bench presses, but that's gonna be the first thing that I would do if I was starting out on YouTube in 2026. It would be to start posting more, right? The only way to get viewers and to get more views, in essence, is to post more, right? You can't try to get more views posting 1 time a day. Mathematically, it opens you up to more progress. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like digging for gold, right? If you dig for gold, you know, 1 time during the day in 1 spot, you know, you could get really lucky, but say you keep digging for this gold in that 1 spot and nothing comes out of it, right? So comparatively speaking, you know, let's talk about comparison. So in one side of the equation is the prospector digging for gold in 1 spot. And then there's another guy who's digging for gold in 10 different spots. He's increasing his likelihood of one of those spots finding gold. And it's not even like, you know, I don't know how to explain it. Like imagine, okay, so here's a better example, right? Imagine player 1 prospecting gold, and he's only prospecting gold for 10 minutes in 1 spot. And then player 2 is looking for gold, but he's looking in 10 different spots 10 times during the day for 10 minutes, right? So he's multiplying his likelihood, comparatively speaking, to the first person who's prospecting for gold by 10. And that's really what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. I'm so excited I actually got up. I need to get another set in really quickly. But that's what I would do, and that's what I would focus on if I were to start posting right now, and if I wanted to get more subscribers and more views. So that's number one. That's YouTube Shorts. And that I can tell you without certainty that in my experience, posting more on YouTube, Shorts specifically, and long form videos is more beneficial for a lot of reasons than posting once or twice. That is just my experience, guys. I also wanted to share with you that, I'm aware that there are other people who post one time a day. I'm aware that there are other people who post once a day and get away with that. And they may even get the same, if not more views than I do. Right now, God, guys, see, that's the thing though. It's very difficult to gauge because it's different for everyone. Right now on Instagram, and I'm only talking short form content, and then we'll get into long form at the end of the video. But right now on Instagram, on my Reels, I reached like 15 million monthly views at my peak in 1 month, which was absolutely insane. Right now we're hovering around like 5 and 10 million, really 10 million views in the past 30 days. And that's posting 5, 7, 10 times a day, depending on how much time I have. Just to give you a quick example, what I've done is I was able to different things weekly or bi-daily, once every other day, different things that I can go out and film, right? Right now, I started out with Meta Ray-Ban content. So I posted if you go on my YouTube Shorts and you're watching this video, if you go on my YouTube Shorts and hit the most popular one, my most popular video is me getting popcorn at a self-serve popcorn place. But then I realized, what can I do that is more, rounded and full, where I can go and do it multiple times and try and copy and paste that viral moment. So I found a flea market, a weekend flea market, and I thought of a great idea to go out and walk around the flea market and see what there is to explore and capture those moments. And then, so that's weekly, and I can go to that flea market, and I love using this as an example because I can go to that flea market and there's probably close to 1,500 to 1,000 vendors, each have their own specific table outside. And if I only capture 100 tables, then I have 10 pieces of content to post for the next 10 days. And again, I'm only speaking from my experience here, but typically I would say 10% of those 100 videos go viral. And viral to me right now is upwards of, anywhere from 100 to 250 to 500,000 to 1 million to 2 million views, right? So that's just one example. I go to a flea market. If there's any flea markets, or you're in an area where there's a lot of garage sales, and you can and maybe go to a store or a memorabilia or a card shop, take one video of one item and multiply that by 100, you've got yourself 10 videos. And as long as you're the narrator of that video and you have something to say and you're interesting and you're good at using your words and you're good at communicating and speaking and talking, then it's going to translate. It's going to translate. That's basically that's basically what I'm trying to get at here, is that the best way to go about making videos in 2026 is, for me, is quantity over quality. A lot of people are looking for the best video or the best X or the most viral Y, and they get discouraged when their video only gets 1 like. Guys, you need to understand, you're not building 1 brick. A house isn't built with 1 brick. In this metaphor, the house is your YouTube channel and the brick is a video. If you're trying to build a house, do you know how many bricks you need to build a house? Do you know how some of those bricks are going to be defected and not perfect, quote unquote, bricks? You really have to think, if one of these videos gets you closer to your goal, post it. And this brings me into my next piece of, encouragement or advice, is that everything is content. Like I'm showing you right now. I'm literally in a gym, working out in a gloomy lit place, using my phone and a little camera to talk about how to go viral in 2026. Now, some people are gonna clown. Some people are gonna be like, bro, get a real job, get a real gym. What are you doing? That place looks like a dungeon. And you know what? They might be right. I don't have the best gym in my condo. It's kind of ran down. I get that. But my point that I'm trying to make, guys, is, let me try and catch my breath really quickly. Whoo! We're getting a good pump. My point that I'm trying to make is that if you're creative enough, anything is content. I mean, look at me. Look at my roof. This is absolutely crazy. This doesn't make sense. There are chairs here next to a machine. What is going on? What are we doing here? What are we talking about here? But I'm gonna leave you guys off with this. And I'll say it again, and I'll say it slowly. If you are creative enough, anything is content. What do I mean by that? I mean, content is creation. You're making something out of nothing. It's really cool if you really break it down. This video wasn't made before I made it. So, if you want to just start with one thing and you're not in a place where a lot of cool things happen to you, because you can go on my page and you can be like, bro, Rafi, Shady Lion, you're in a place in South Florida where there's so many cool things happening. I'm in the middle of freaking nowhere and nothing is happening. Well, if you have an idea, a vision of who you want to be and who you want to become, don't let anyone or anything deviate from that vision. You understand? Act as if you are that person already. Do what that person would do. Say what that person would say. Be how that person would be. So if you're not in a position that is privileged like mine to live in a place like South Florida, I know it doesn't look like it right now where I am, but if you're privileged enough to be in a place, if you're not privileged enough to be in a place that isn't South Florida, then I urge you, create. Get on the social media apps, get online, and see what is out there. Talk about things that are popular. I just did a video because I've been getting into Pokemon recently. I'll probably get into fitness stuff too, now that I think about it, because I just video whatever I'm into. Another thing is that people give up on YouTube and content creation because they're doing things outside of themselves. They're trying to be someone they're not. You understand? I'm literally doing what I would do if you guys weren't here. I'd still be in the gym, pumping, but instead of talking to the camera, I'd be listening to music. My point is, if you want to win on posting on social media in 2026, Be authentically you. Film things that only you find interesting. Even if people are gonna make fun of it. If you find the weirdest thing interesting and everyone thinks it's weird, then you're even in a better spot because they're gonna make fun of you and your engagement is gonna spiral up. These are just things that I've found helpful in my journey thus far content creating. And I hope you found some sort of inspiration or had an epiphany through the words and experiences that I'm sharing with you guys, my audience, my subscribers, hopefully. This is the end of the video. If you liked it, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, comment, share it with your friends, whatever. We're an awesome community growing very fast. I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.